I just stumbled upon a shocking statistic. Every minute, we're generating over 500 million new pieces of data, and it's making me wonder, are we even in control of our digital lives? We're constantly connected, sharing our thoughts and locations with the world, but have you ever stopped to think about who's watching? It's like we're living in a fishbowl, with everyone having a front row seat to our personal lives. I mean, think about it, every time you browse the internet, you're leaving a digital footprint, and companies are collecting that data to create a profile of you. It's like they're building a digital Lego version of your life. And it's not just the big tech companies, it's also the smaller ones, like the apps you use to order food or call a taxi. They're all collecting your data. But what's really scary is that we're not even aware of how much data we're generating. It's like we're sleepwalking into a surveillance state. And the problem is, once your data is out there, it's hard to get it back. It's like trying to put toothpaste back in the tube, it's just not happening. So, we need to be aware of what we're sharing, and who we're sharing it with, because in the digital age, our privacy is being sold to the highest bidder. But it's not all doom and gloom. There are laws like the Gdpr that are trying to give us back control over our data, and it's a step in the right direction. But, as I was reading about the GDPR, I realized that it's not just about the laws, it's about our behavior. We need to change the way we think about our digital lives. We need to start being more mindful of what we share, and who we share it with, because in the end, it's our responsibility to protect our own privacy. And it's not just about us, it's about the companies that are collecting our data. They need to be transparent about what they're doing with it, and they need to give us control over it. As I was thinking about this, I started to wonder, what's the point of having a private life if we're just going to share everything with the world? It's like we're living in a reality TV show, where everyone's watching our every move, and it's making me question what's real and what's not. And that's when it hit me, our digital lives are like a big game of chess, where we're the pawns, and the companies are the players. They're moving us around, and using us to get what they want. But, we can't just sit back and let them play us. We need to take control of our own lives, and make our own moves. We need to start being more aware of the data we're generating, and who's collecting it, because in the end, it's our data, and we should be the ones in control. Now, I know some of you might be thinking, what's the big deal? I've got nothing to hide. But the thing is, it's not just about you, it's about the companies that are collecting your data, and what they're doing with it. It's like they're building a big puzzle, and each piece of data is a part of that puzzle, and once they have the whole picture, they can use it to manipulate us, and that's scary. But, there's hope, because there are people who are fighting back. They're creating new technologies that are designed to protect our privacy, and they're pushing for laws that will give us more control over our data. And, as consumers, we have the power to choose. We can choose to use companies that are transparent about their data collection, and we can choose to support laws that will protect our privacy. As I was researching this topic, I came across a term, surveillance capitalism, and it really made me think, because it's like we're living in a world where our data is the currency, and companies are trading it like it's gold. But, the problem is, we're not even getting a fair price for it, we're just giving it away, like it's worthless. And that's when I realized, we need to start valuing our data, we need to start seeing it as the valuable resource that it is, because if we don't, no one else will. We need to start being more mindful of what we're sharing, and who we're sharing it with, because in the end, it's our data, and we should be the ones in control. But, it's not just about us, it's about the future, because the decisions we make today will shape the world we live in tomorrow. And, as I was thinking about this, I started to wonder, what kind of world do we want to live in? A world where our privacy is valued, or a world where it's just a distant memory? As I reflect on this, I realize that it's a complex issue, and there's no easy solution, but I do know that we need to start taking action, we need to start being more aware of our digital lives, and we need to start making changes. And, I think that's the key, we need to start making small changes, like being more mindful of what we share, and who we share it with, because in the end, it's the small changes that will add up to make a big difference. And, as we move forward, I think we need to start having more conversations about this. We need to start talking about what we want, and what we don't want, because in the end, it's our voices that will shape the future. So, I want to leave you with a question. What do you think is the most important thing we can do to protect our digital privacy? And I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. As we wrap up, I just want to say that this is a topic that's really important to me, and I'm excited to continue exploring it, and I hope you'll join me on this journey, because together, we can make a difference. And if you want to stay up to date with my latest videos, be sure to subscribe, because I've got a lot more to share, and I don't want you to miss out.